So this video is going to show you some really useful techniques that you really don't want to miss today. And that's when working with vintage typography, but they can be carried over to any kind of typography. Now I'm using a font bundle by Heritage Type, and you can grab yourself that very bundle with a 10% discount, which I will mention later in the video. So here is some text, and we're going to first look at a detailed technique using the appearance panel. And this is something that's going to bring your typography to life in a very, very impacting way. So for my design, I have added some swatches in the swatches library. And this is something I've shown in many videos in the past, so I'm not going to waste time actually doing that again. So for the first tip, let's open up the appearance panel and get to work. I'm going to shift click every single box to highlight them in one go. And then moving into the appearance panel, I'm going to add a new fill, which will cover the entire text selection. Now I can navigate to my swatch and apply it like so. So I can duplicate the item and then change the color of the new duplication, because we are going to add a drop shadow to every single text item. Now to do that, we need to use the transform function in the appearance panel on the lower layer. And so as you can see, the sliders will enable you to offset the layer, creating that drop shadow. Now if you ever want to come back and make adjustments to this kind of transform, click the effect below the specific layer in the layers window. Now on the top layer, I'm going to apply a new stroke, and this will really add to the effect of the typography, as you will soon see. Now it's a nice idea to use the same hue as your background, and of course play around with the stroke weight until you feel it works on your design. Now the really awesome thing with this first tip is that we can go in and edit the text while these effects are applied. And also we can even change the font as well. So now we have some nice vintage type, let's expand on our design. Now we can add a simplistic border using the rectangle tool and a stroke, and that's pretty obvious and most of us know how to do that. And it does look pretty decent, but of course we want to expand and elevate this. Now we're going to make a brush that will help us make a neat border, but there is often an issue with the corners of a border when using brushes, but I do have a tip for you guys today. So here is a quick design, and to make the brush, just drag and drop it into the brushes window. We want to use a pattern brush. And as you will soon see, the corners are glitchy and not right at all. So for now, just click the none option in the corner here and we will soon fix that. So now we have the brush, you're going to want to copy your design on a 90-degree angle and then draw in the corner section yourself. So once the corner section is ready, hold down the Alt or the Option key and then drag it into the small box on the left of your brush. This is going to then act as your corner for your brush design. Once you have the brush ready to go, it's just a case of selecting your border and then clicking the brush in the brushes window. Now it might take a while of experimenting and going through trial and error, but you will eventually be able to get something pretty neat. And as you can see, this is a nice little border design, but let's add some finishing touches to this design today. Now this motif at the bottom is really quite simple to make using the pen and the curvature tools, but it does take a lot of time. And I don't really want to waste, a long lengthy part of this video just showing you how to use the curvature tool or the pen tools, because it is pretty self-explanatory. I would also say that you should be using the smooth tool as well, which can just really generate that smooth, elegant look. But yeah, it might look decent in just one corner, but we can duplicate it with the Alt Option key and then place it into the opposite end of the design. Now hold down Shift and click both parts, and then press Command or Control C to copy them, and then Command or Control F to paste them in place. And then finally, you can reflect the new duplications over to the other side. Now another little tip that I found for my typography is that it looks neat with a transparency mode that isn't the original default setting. And for my design, I'm going to use hard light, as it does seem to blend the type into the background pretty well. Now you can go over the top with grandeur and decorative designs, but what are your thoughts? Would you prefer a more basic and simple design? If you want the font used in today's video, as well as other fonts, graphic elements and templates, click the link below to grab 10% off today's bundle with Heritage Type. And you can use all of those resources to make some neat, vintage typography designs. So do click the link below if you do want to grab that font bundle. Have a great day, and until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.